So making the cuts here. So I kind of got to go up this way a little bit more because I need to go around. There's a double layer up here, so I need to make sure I go over that and around so that I'll get all that strength. And then I'm cutting along here. I'm just doing this side, and those of you guys who thinks it's faster and easier to use a plasma cutter, it's not really. It's just less noisy, and in a residential area, that's an important thing to be thinking about. I always say that in my videos, but some of you guys might be new. So got some of that cut out. I figured out that I don't think I'm going to need to replace this. Just remember the supports are actually in the heater channel. Duh. No, I know that, but I just wasn't thinking about it. So I'll just check this out really good right here. Treat everything inside. Then I'll just replace this little section. I think I did that on the other car. And then I'm going to replace this entire piece up to about right here. I'm going to, it's not going to have the little design in it, but nobody really looks in the cavity right there on the other side, so should be fine. Just put flat metal in. In the upper part, this is pretty strong still. It's pretty thin, but it's still pretty strong. Alright, so I'll show you where it's ended up being. So you had this double layer here. I was going around that, and then the new layer is going to go up above this about an inch. So now I got to cut through this. I think it is only a single layer right here, so that'll make it a little bit easier. I cut that from the outside. It's got to be more than one layer. I cut that from the outside on both sides. See, I had to get her all around this whole thing. This whole thing's falling off, and then cut down there. Alright, so let's look around. Started cutting this one a little bit, and I gotta work my way around over here. Work my way around over here, got it to there, cut it all down to here. Alright, so that thing's out of there. Take a look here. It's a lot different with that out. Now you can see where I was saying it's not going to be really that tough to do, because I just got to set another piece in here and over all that and line it up and get it to work. I got the front one off here, still working on that one. Alright, so here we go. It's all cut away. Now you can see what I gotta do. I just gotta maybe cut away a little bit right here. Just put a little patch piece in there because the heater channel goes right here, and then figure out where I'm going to clamp these things in. But first of all, I got to get this piece in, so I'm going to have to cut the other one. Got to cut the heater channels off of that one over there first, so I'll have the metal that I need to line up. And then I'm actually going to have to do those in two sections. So I'm going to have just the inner section to lay on here. Okay, and it's going to fit right in here like a puzzle. And then the outer section, which is this part right here, and the lower part of this. So I'll do like this part of this part and around to there. Look at that real quick. So I'll cut this away, so I'll have these clips here from the other one around from right here around to cut through here, and I'm going to graft that piece right into here, and then butt weld those pieces. I'll probably butt weld this piece in here to get it straight, and then but I'll probably, before I do that, I'll put a little tag underneath behind here so that I can weld all the way through it and penetrate into that, and then spot weld that in so that it's braced. Because if a lot of guys will just butt weld this in, and then as soon as it gets a little bit of stress, it'll crack right next to the weld. I know a lot of you guys that butt weld stuff are going to say, no, doesn't do that. You know, the reason why that the insurance companies back when I was in body repair wouldn't allow us to butt weld stuff is for that very reason. So tell me about it. Anyway, that's it for the cutaway, and stay tuned, see it get back together. May do a little section on cutting this one away. I got to clean it first. I got to get all that stuff off of it, and then cut that away. I think that's a little bit easier to do when it's out in the open like this. But there's a lot more cutting I have to do on this than on the other one. So I got to cut, remember I have to cut way up into the corner here so that it's easy to overlay it. And I also need it to line up. So that's going to be the hardest part, is probably lining it up. The back isn't critical back here. It could be 1/8 of an inch off back here. But if I take 1/8 of an inch back there and mess up 1/8 of an inch, it might be hard for me to get that 1/16 up here. It's got to be within 1/16 of an inch so that these bolt holes line up. No doubt I'm going to have to probably do some wallowing out to make everything fit, but it'll be strong, and that's the most important thing with this type of welding and this type of grafting. Alright, so I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.